Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Since Day One. Before we get into this video update today about Beyonce as well as her husband Jay-Z, and last but not least we have Gabrielle Union. And before we get into this video today, you guys go ahead and like the video, comment down below, and if you are new, smash that subscribe button to take flight with us.
Fake love, I don't need it, you can keep it, that's a fact. I had to make up my mind. I took that weight on my shoulders. I done been down.
In this video today, you guys, we are going to explore the truths that have been hidden in plain sight. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that's sure to spark some serious conversations. How is it possible for Beyonce to appear as a 4 to 6 year old in a video with her maternal grandmother, Agnes Beyonce, who passed away in 1980 and also attended a Jackson's Destiny World Tour concert in Houston when Beyonce's official birth year is listed as 1981? Let's break this timeline down in detail, compare the official records, and uncover the questions this raises about the narrative we've been told. The Jacksons 5 embarked on their legendary Destiny World Tour from January 22nd, 1979 to January 13th, 1980. This tour saw them performing in cities across the globe, including Houston, Texas. Agnes Beyonce, Beyonce's maternal grandmother, passed away on July 4th of 1980. Public records confirm this timeline. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. During one of Beyonce's tours, she played a video of herself as a young child, aged around 4 to 6 years old, spending time with her grandmother Agnes. In this video, it suggested they attended a Jackson's 5 concert, presumably during the Destiny World Tour. If Agnes Beyonce passed away in 1980, then how is Beyonce born in 1981 in this video at an age that aligns with the timeline before her official birth year? Beyonce's official birth year is September 4th, 1981, as stated in numerous biographical sources and public records. This date has been widely accepted and used in media, interviews, and documentation about her life and career. However, for Beyonce to appear as a child aged 4 to 6 in a video with her grandmother in 1979 or 1980, her birth year would have to predate 1981. If Beyonce was in fact born earlier, let's say in 1975 or 1976, it would explain her apparent age in the video and her ability to attend the Jackson's Destiny World Tour with her grandmother before her passing. But why would Beyonce and her family lie about her birth year and list it as 1981 if this evidence suggests otherwise? This are where the discrepancies arise and where the disconnect is for me. Let's focus on the video itself. Beyonce herself showed this footage during one of her performances, and it clearly features her as a young child with her grandmother Agnes Beyonce. In the video, Beyonce looks to be around 4 to 6 years old. Agnes, who passed away in 1980, is seen alive and interacting with Beyonce. If this footage is authentic and from the late 1970s, then Beyonce would have to have been born years earlier than 1981. This would also mean Beyonce was old enough to attend the Destiny World Tour in Houston, which took place in 1979. And to be exact, the Jackson 5 performed at the Arena Theater in Houston, Texas on 2 non-consecutive nights during their Destiny World Tour in 1979, which was May 12th, 1979. And then again, November 19th of 1979, the Jacksons performed at the Summit in Houston. The Destiny World Tour was in support of the Jacksons' 1978 album Destiny. The tour included 146 shows across 13 countries on 3 continents, Europe, Africa, and North America. Some shows were canceled due to Michael Jackson's kidney infection. The tour ended in Honolulu on January 13th or 1980. So the real question is why Beyonce's age intentionally altered, or is there an explanation we're not being given? If Beyonce was born earlier, it might align with key moments in her career and allow her story to match a particular timeline crafted for public consumption. But this raises a bigger question. What other elements of the narrative have been altered and why? Now let's talk about why this matters. If Beyonce has indeed fabricated her age, it's not just about numbers. It's about the narrative she's crafted and how it influences public perception. Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship has always been a focal point in the media, and Beyonce's alleged birth year plays a significant role in how their relationship is viewed. According to the official timeline, Beyonce was born in 1981, meaning she would have only been 16 years old in 1997 when she and Jay-Z allegedly began dating. This age difference positions Jay-Z, who was in his late 20s at the time, as someone who pursued a much younger girl. To fans, this makes makes Beyonce appear as a victim, someone who was manipulated by a powerful older man at a vulnerable age. But if Beyonce was actually born earlier, say in the mid 1970s, this narrative changes dramatically. If she was closer to 21 or even 22 when she and Jay-Z met, it would suggest that she was a consenting adult who entered the relationship on equal footing. This alters the dynamic entirely, stripping away the young girl victim image and challenging the idea that Jay-Z took advantage of her youth. This theory becomes even more significant when you consider Beyonce's calculated moves over the years. So before we wrap this up, you guys, let's address another piece of the puzzle that adds even more weight to this timeline. Gabrielle Union, who was born in 1972, has publicly mentioned that she and Beyonce were teenagers at the same time and even used to visit the same hairdresser. This statement has been dismissed for years by fans and critics who claim it's impossible given Beyonce's officially stated birth year of 1981. And the math ain't mathing, y'all, and nothing is adding up unless you think about what Gabrielle Union said, in the sense that if Beyonce was born in 1974 and Gabrielle Union was born in 1972, then Gabrielle Union would be 2 years older than Beyonce, versus if Beyonce was born in 1981 and Gabrielle Union was born in 1972, Gabrielle Union would be 9 years older than Beyonce, which would make fans and critics question what the hell she's talking about, because girl, ain't no way. But you have to think about this discrepancy in their age difference being a critical point in the discussion, as Gabrielle Union's statements about them being teenagers together only make sense if Beyonce was born in 1974, making their age gap just 2 years, and they could be teenagers together getting their hair done at the same hairdresser, and an age gap of 9 years as per the 1981 birth year would make it implausible for them to share teenage experiences at the same time. And I'm gonna need y'all to stop lying to me or trying to pee in my face and tell me it's rain, because I do my research. And it seems like fans and supporters of Beyonce's owe Gabrielle Union an apology, because fans were calling her a liar, saying that she must have been mistaking or embellishing her story. Because when Gabrielle initially did the interview with the Boots Girls back in 2008, they asked her about one of her co-stars, because Gabrielle Union and Beyonce had both played a role in the movie Cadillac Records. And Boots Girls wanted to know how it was working with her, and Gabrielle Union has stated, "Beyonce and I have been friends since we were teenagers. We go to the same hairstylist now, and you know how those bonds are. B is such a polite, nurturing person and a joy to work with. It's easy to work with her because she is a good friend of mine. It's funny because she says how she is so different from Sasha Fierce, her stage ego, and it's true. She isn't a diva at all, but when she steps on stage, I sometimes have to ask myself who that person is up there. But as soon as she steps foot off stage, she is back to the same nice person I have always known. Beyonce told me that every role she takes, she is progressively getting better and better, and it shows with her role as Etta James. Whether she wins an award for her performance, she really nailed the role, and that is something that you have to do when portraying a person who really existed in history and not just a character." And this all happened in 2008, you guys. So following that interview on November 25th of 2008, Boots Girls had went along and created another article titled, I think we may have proven that Beyonce is lying about her age. And they went on to say that last week we posted an exclusive interview with Gabrielle Union where she talked about her long-term friendship with Beyonce Knowles, and we may have unwittingly revealed that Beyonce is lying about her age. In the interview, Gabrielle Union said, "Beyonce and I have been friends since we were teenagers. We go to the same hairstylist now, and you know how those bonds are. Beyonce is such a polite, nurturing person and a joy to work with. It's easy to work with her because she is a good friend of mine." Well, it turns out that Gabrielle Union is 36 years old, and just today on the Ellen DeGeneres show, Beyonce claimed that she was 27 years old. WTF, that means that would have been virtually impossible for them to be friends when they were both quote-unquote teenagers. Sources from Beyonce's camp tell SandraRose.com that she's really 35. There's definitely something real shady about this. And it took Beyonce's PR team less than 1 month to clear up the confusion that Gabrielle caused by telling the truth. The article is basically saying that Gabrielle Union had addressed the story that she did with Boots Girls about Beyonce lying about her age on another show called Chelsea Lately last night about outing Beyonce's real age. Union told us in a recent interview that she's been friends with Beyonce since they were teenagers, but on the show she clarified that what she meant by what she said when she said that she's been friends with Beyonce Beyonce since she quote unquote was a teenager and she was in her 20s. Gabrielle also said the blog said I outed Beyonce for being 35. Like, that's terrible. That's not the point. It's not terrible to be 35. The point is that B is lying. We still think this is fishy. If you befriend someone when you're in your 20s, you don't say that you've known that person since we were teenagers. And this just goes to show how deep that Beyonce and her PR team are willing to go when it comes to not revealing her true age, because if we were to know that she was really born in 1974 and Gabrielle Union was 2 years older than her, born in 1972, then what else has she been lying about? Make it make sense. And another thing that I noticed while editing this video, you guys, and searching for photos of Gabrielle Union and Beyonce together, that there were scarcely no photos of them, which was weird because if they've been friends for so long, wouldn't there be lots of pictures? And it was crazy because the only place that I could really find photos of Beyonce and Gabrielle Union was during the Cadillac Records movie premiere that they did together. And what's even more weird about this situation is when you think back on the interview that Gabrielle Union did with Boots Girls, that was probably a reason why Beyonce was standoffish towards her during the Cadillac Records movie premiere, and also another reason why her and Beyonce never collaborated on anything else moving forward, and probably another reason why Beyonce's PR team made sure to never have any photos with Gabrielle Union, barely. But at the Cadillac Records premiere, she had way more photos with Regina Hall and Sanaya Lathan than she did Gabrielle Union. And the most craziest thing about the entire situation, you guys, is because Sanaya and Regina didn't go around blabbing about their relationship and their age difference about Beyonce to the tabloids. Then Beyonce's PR team allows for her to take as many pictures as they desire, although they are all around the same age, but Beyonce is the youngest, seeing as she was born in 1974 and everyone else was born in 1970, 1971, and 1972. Another point I wanted to make, but I was thinking too fast, y'all, was Gabrielle Union had did these interviews in preparation for the premiere of Cadillac Records, and these interviews that Gabrielle Union was doing was supposed to promote the movie, but I'm guessing Beyonce's team didn't think that she was drop a huge bombshell about her and Beyonce's age, and Boots Girls would run with another story on November 25th of 2008 about Beyonce lying about her age, and the tabloids would pick it up, bringing Gabrielle Union to come back on December 12th after the movie premiere to clear up the quote-unquote blog rumors that she started by doing the interview in the first place with Blog Girl. Now, y'all know I like to do my research, and so that's why I really feel like Beyonce made it be known to her PR team, or maybe they recommended it to her, or maybe Jay-Z said no more. I don't know who said something, but all I know is her and Gabrielle Union never appeared in any other movies or projects together since filming Cadillac Records. But here's the thing, what if Gabrielle Union was telling the truth all along? Public records suggest that Gabrielle Union was born in 1972, and if Beyonce was actually born in 1974 instead of 1981, that would make Gabrielle Union only 2 years older than Beyonce. This makes perfect sense when you think about Gabrielle's comments. It explains how they could have been teenagers together getting their hair done at the same salon. And the backlash that Gabrielle Union received for her comments shows how powerful Beyonce's official narrative has been in shaping public perception. Gabrielle never doubled down on her story, and perhaps she didn't need to. She let the media run with the assumption that she was lying while she quietly held on to the truth. This connection not only aligns with the evidence of Beyonce's alleged real birth year, but also reveals how deeply ingrained the misinformation may be. It's another thread in the web that raises questions about Beyonce's carefully constructed image and the narrative that she's presented to the world. So what do you think? Was Gabrielle Union trying to drop hints all along, and were we too quick to dismiss her? Could this be yet another clue that Beyonce was actually born in 1974 and not 1981? Leave your thoughts and opinions down below, you guys, in the comments, and let me know what y'all think about this situation, because this story just keeps getting deeper and deeper. Some fans speculate that she has strategically controlled her narrative to protect her own image while distancing herself from Jay-Z's alleged controversies. But But remember her Super Bowl halftime show? That performance came at a time when Jay-Z was under scrutiny and her name dominated headlines, effectively overshadowing his. And similarly, when Beyonce announced her pregnancy with Blue Ivy, it coincided with rumors of Jay-Z's infidelity making waves in the media. This wasn't the first time she redirected public attention, and many believe these well-timed announcements are part of a larger strategy to maintain her image and shift focus away from Jay-Z's alleged wrongdoing. If Beyonce has intentionally altered her birth year to appear younger, it will also support the idea that she's attempting to appear innocent or victimized in the eyes of her fans. This way, if anything were to happen, if Jay-Z were to face significant legal or public backlash, she could emerge as a sympathetic figure, someone deserving of public support rather than condemnation. And this theory, you guys, that has been out for years could be the thread that unravels the entire web of speculation surrounding Beyonce and Jay-Z and the carefully constructed public personas they've built. Beyonce's true age, if revealed, could expose inconsistencies in their narrative, potentially leading to deeper questions about their relationship, their actions, and the stories they've told us for decades. In conclusion, Beyonce's alleged age fabrication isn't just a trivial matter. It's a key detail that could reshape how we view her career, her relationship with Jay-Z, and her role in the larger narrative of their lives. If the timeline doesn't add up, it raises significant questions about how much of what we've been told is true and how much has been carefully curated to protect their images. I'll leave it up to you to decide. Do you think that this is all just speculation, or is there more to the story that meets the eye? Could this be the thread that finally unravels the truth? Leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, you guys, and let me know what y'all think about this situation, and let's get the conversation started. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and share this video with a friend so they can tune into the tea, and I will see you guys in the next video update. And until then, stay curious, stay delusional, and stay questioning, and keep your eyes open.
So long, sleeping from sofa to sofa. Now I'ma step on these little bitty bitches in some brand new Gucci loafers. Some Gucci walking. I got tired of eating Big Mama's chicken. Now it's business when I walk out.